Hi, welcome to Charlene's Kitchen. Tonight, I thought I would bake a nice piece of salmon. It was a good price at the Jewels. I think $6.99 a pound. I buy a big slab. This way, leftovers, I make salmon patties uh, the next day. It's so simple and easy and so good for you. Sprinkle a little oil. Of course, I rinse the fish and then I pat it dry. I sprinkle a little olive oil, some capers, a little salt, a little garlic pepper, some lemon. I squeeze a fresh lemon over it, and also a little dill. I love dill. So if you don't like that, just omit and put it in the oven for about 400 degrees for about 30 minutes. Enjoy. Good night. A real good tartar sauce with your salmon is so simply made. It's just things that you have. A good cup of mayo or a cup and a half, a squeeze of a lemon, not a whole lemon, but a quarter of a lemon, and some pickle relish. I've used two kinds of mustard, yellow and then a sweet whole grain mustard, some garlic pepper, some garlic powder, and little pickle relish and a little dill. Mix that all up and you'll find it just absolutely delightful. You can make it anytime you need a tartar sauce. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Charlene's Kitchen. That salmon that I had last night for dinner, I made up a nice breakfast out of salmon with some English muffins, cream cheese, a little deviled egg, not a deviled egg, just a hard-boiled egg, and some pickles and tomatoes and some nice fresh fruit. And how about the pretty little dried rose? It turned out so lovely. It just kept drying up, and there it sits without any water. Have to have ambiance. It's got to be. Anyway, enjoy. Just remember when you buy something like that, a big piece, you get 3, 4 meals out of it. Later this afternoon, I'm going to make uh, some nice salmon patties. Okay, so now what I'm going to do first is I'm going to crack the egg into my salmon. I use one egg. And I'm going to take a little of this bread that I softened up in some water, and I'm just going to crumple it in there. Just crumple it in, like so, okay? Then I'm going to use a little of this tartar sauce that I made yesterday with mayonnaise and little mustard, just to kind of pull it together. Okay, then I'm going to add the onions and celery that I chopped really, really fine. Okay, I'm going to put a little tad bit more of that dill. Kopernik, it's Polish. I go to this Polish deli not far from me here, about 5 minutes away, and it's just wonderful. And it's called Deli for You, and maybe it's around your neighborhood too. So we'll put a little dill. I'm going to use this Cajun injector. It's called lemon pepper, a little bit, little bit. It's got all kinds of spices in it that I need. And a little parsley, just a little parsley. Let me think, make sure I'm not missing anything here. Oh, I just swished some parsley all over. Okay. Now, I'm going to squeeze just a tad bit of lemon in there. Okay, like so. And now I'm going to mix that up. All right, so I'm going to mix that salmon, toss it around with the bread the onion, the celery. You could put little red pepper in here if you like. You know, it's what you like. I mean, I would have put some in, but I didn't have any. So there it is. So I'm going to toss that salmon up real nice. I'm going to then bread it with some panko breadcrumbs. I'm going to get my frying pan going so it gets nice and hot. And really, all you have to do is just brown these up real nice. They're great for a nice dinner, but they're also great on a sandwich. And I love it just like a snack. You know, I'll grab one of those, and it's so, I don't know, it's just really comfort food, I guess you might call it in a way. But it's wonderful, and it's very good for you. So here we go. Now you could make a crab meat salad, not a crab meat salad, excuse me, but crab meat patties, about the same that what I just did here. It's the same thing. They're very easy to make too. Okay, so I'm going to take a dollop of this salmon, okay, in my hand, and I'm just going to pat it together like so, and put it in my breadcrumbs. Okay, and I'm going to put it on a cookie sheet that I have over here, just to get it out of the way. So here they are. You can make them small. I like them actually better. Just what fits in my hand very comfortably. Because why? I like that nice crust. See how that looks? Just like that. So here goes another one. Gonna work that up a little bit. Yeah. If you can see that. Into my breadcrumbs. We'll go a little closer here so you can see it. Into the breadcrumbs. Panko. I say if you ever use panko, you never go back to regular breadcrumbs again. They're wonderful. Anyway, and they just make a nice crust. All right, so I'm going to do that. Here we are. And back in the breadcrumbs again. Panko breadcrumbs. And they have gluten-free too. And I think they even have seasoned ones now. I'm going to lower that heat there. All right, so I'm getting out of that big salmon I had. Here's the third meal. Breakfast, I had dinner last night, and then a whole different deal here with the salmon patties. And I'm going to have to pass some of these along to my neighbor because she was nice enough to shovel our driveway for us. But my husband's still out there. He likes to get the sidewalks all nice and clean, and he does more than he should, but that's what he likes to do. So here we go. There's another one. So far I've got, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beautiful salmon patties. Okay, one more. That's 8. And we'll scoop the rest of this out of here. Okay. The salmon was just delicious. I got it at the Jewel last night, and it baked up in less time than I thought, 30 minutes, but it's best to check. Always check, because you just never know. So there's the number 9. Okay, so I'm going to put this bowl here by the sink. I'll rinse my hands for a minute. Now, we're going to remove this. I'm going to now add my Crisco into my frying pan. And that's already been kind of kicked up with some heat. Hello. So, anyway, I had a nice breakfast with my salmon this morning and an English muffin. and cream cheese. It reminded me of when my husband and I went on a cruise years ago. And I had it every morning. This beautiful sandwich on a bagel. Where they serve it on a bagel. The lox and bagel with a little onion. Oh my God, I was in heaven. So here we go. Now we got this frying pan. I think it's hot enough. And now we're going to put this in there one by one. And they're sizzling nicely. Just like that. Nummy good. Nummy good. I used to, years ago when I was young, I never thought about using a fresh salmon. I used to use the canned salmon, which a lot of us did at the time. And it was good, but this beats it. Once you make it like this, you don't go back. I'd like to just show you how that looks in there. Oh, the salmon patties are all nice and brown and yummy, and good eats, everybody. Bye.